Samantha's family was having the time of their lives exploring the wonders of Egypt. What began as a dream vacation filled with relaxation and adventure soon turned into a story that would change their lives forever. The first few days of their trip were everything they had hoped for: long, lazy mornings by the beach, delicious local cuisine at sunset, and vibrant trips to bustling markets filled with trinkets and spices. Samantha and her husband James marveled at the joy their children Lily, Alex, and Ethan found in exploring every corner of their new surroundings. But it wasn't until they stumbled upon the octopus that their vacation turned into something extraordinary. One sunny afternoon, Samantha decided to take a solitary stroll along the shoreline while her family played in the water. She enjoyed the quiet moments when she could simply watch the waves lap at the sand, breathing in the salty air. It was during one of these peaceful walks that she noticed something unusual: a shape wriggling weakly near the shore. As she approached, she realized it was an octopus, stranded on the hot sand, its body drying under the relentless sun. The sight tugged at Samantha's heart. She knelt down, scooped up the struggling creature with her hands, and waded into the water to release it. For a brief moment, the octopus hesitated, then stretched its arms and swam away, disappearing into the clear blue sea. Little did she know that this small act of kindness was the start of something magical. The next day, as Samantha and her family played in the warm shallows, they noticed a strange shadow in the water. At first, they thought it was a fish, but as it came closer, they realized it was the same octopus she had saved. It moved gracefully toward them, staying close, almost as if it were curious about them. "It's following us," Ethan exclaimed, his voice full of wonder. The octopus lingered near the family for hours, occasionally brushing against their feet. It wasn't just swimming aimlessly, it seemed to be deliberately staying with them. They were astonished. None of them had ever seen such behavior before, and it felt like the octopus was thanking Samantha for rescuing it. The following evening, as the family gathered on the beach to watch the sunset, they noticed something peculiar. Strange, intricate patterns had appeared in the wet sand near the shoreline. At first, they thought it was the work of the waves or perhaps crabs scuttling across the beach. But as they watched, they saw the octopus swimming in the shallows, using its arms to create more designs. The patterns were mesmerizing swirls, lines, and shapes that seemed almost artistic. Alex gasped, "It's drawing something." For hours, the family watched in awe as the octopus moved back and forth, painting in the sand. They felt like they were witnessing something special, something that transcended mere animal behavior. Samantha couldn't help but wonder if this was the octopus's way of communicating or expressing itself. The next morning, Samantha shared the story with the hotel staff, who were equally amazed. One of them mentioned that a renowned marine biologist, Dr. Omar, was staying at the hotel and giving a talk about the fascinating marine life of the Red Sea that evening. The family eagerly attended the lecture, where Dr. Omar spoke passionately about the intelligence and mystery of marine creatures. Samantha couldn't resist raising her hand to share their encounter with the octopus. Dr. Omar listened intently, his face lighting up as Samantha described the patterns in the sand. "Octopuses are remarkable creatures," he said. "They're known for their intelligence, memory, and problem-solving skills. What you're describing might be their way of interacting with you or even expressing gratitude. Would you like to explore their habitat more closely?" The family enthusiastically accepted his invitation to join a snorkeling expedition to a nearby marine reserve. The following day, they set off on a small boat with Dr. Omar. The ride itself was thrilling, but nothing could prepare them for what they saw once they donned their snorkeling gear and dove into the clear blue waters. The underwater world was a kaleidoscope of life. Schools of vibrant fish darted through coral forests, and sunlight danced on the seabed. As they swam deeper, the octopus appeared once again, as if it had been waiting for them. This time, it wasn't alone, it had brought a few companions. The octopuses led the family to an underwater cave. Its entrance glowed faintly with bioluminescent algae, creating an ethereal, dreamlike atmosphere. Inside, Samantha noticed small treasures scattered on the seabed: shiny shells, coral fragments, and even a delicate bracelet. Dr. Omar explained, "Octopuses are known to collect objects and decorate their dens. It's a behavior that shows their intelligence and creativity. They seem to have a sense of aesthetics." The bracelet was more than just a trinket, it had an engraving, a name, and a date. With the help of the hotel staff, the family tracked down the owner, a tourist who had lost it during a snorkeling trip several years ago. The woman was overjoyed to have it returned and was deeply moved by the story of the octopus that had safeguarded her keepsake. The tale of the octopus spread through the hotel and beyond, turning Samantha's family into local celebrities. People came to hear their story, fascinated by the idea of an octopus not only forming a bond with humans but also demonstrating such intriguing behavior. As their vacation drew to a close, Samantha and her family spent one last day on the beach. The octopus appeared for a final time, staying close as if to say goodbye. Samantha crouched by the water's edge, her hand reaching out. The octopus extended one of its arms, brushing it gently against her hand. It was a moment of pure connection, a silent understanding between two very different species. Samantha felt a deep sense of gratitude and wonder. Back home, the family couldn't stop thinking about their experience. Inspired by the octopus, Samantha started a blog called Tales from the Tide. She shared photos and videos from their trip, writing passionately about the importance of marine conservation. Her posts quickly gained a following, and she was invited to speak at schools and environmental events. Her children, too, became involved, starting projects at their school to raise awareness about ocean pollution and the need to protect marine life. Their story resonated with people around the world, inspiring others to see the ocean not just as a resource but as a vibrant, interconnected world full of life and mystery. Years later, the family continued to revisit the Red Sea, hoping to see their octopus friend once more. Each trip was a reminder of the magic they had experienced and the profound lessons they had learned. The octopus had shown them that even the smallest act of kindness can ripple outward, creating connections that cross boundaries of species and language. And every time Samantha retold the story, she was reminded of that one life-changing moment on the beach, when the tides of fate brought her family closer to the wonders of the natural world.